The music world stopped. News broke about Chris Brown. He was arrested in the UK. The charges, serious assault. This happened just weeks before his world tour. Fans are shocked. Critics are outraged. Brown was arrested at the Lowry Hotel. This was in Manchester, England. The date was May 15th, 2025. Police say the assault happened in 2023. The location was a nightclub in London. The alleged victim is Abe Diaw. He's a music producer. Witnesses say Brown attacked Diaw with a bottle. This happened at Tape nightclub. Brown was in London for a performance. The charges are serious. Grievous bodily harm with intent. Brown was denied bail. He's in custody. His next court appearance is June 13th. The location is Southwark Crown Court. What happens next is uncertain. One thing is clear: Chris Brown's future hangs in the balance. The Lowry Hotel stood tall. It overlooked the River Irwell. It was a beacon of luxury. Inside, Chris Brown slept. He was unaware of the events about to unfold. At dawn, the police arrived. They entered the hotel discreetly. Their mission was clear: apprehend Chris Brown. Brown was in Manchester for his tour. It was supposed to be a time for celebration. Now it was the scene of an arrest. The news spread like wildfire. The police moved swiftly. They knocked on Brown's door. He answered, disoriented. They informed him of the charges. He was under arrest. News outlets went into a frenzy. The arrest was big news. Social media exploded. Fans couldn't believe it. Critics were quick to judge the alleged assault. It sent shockwaves. The music industry watched closely. This wasn't Brown's first brush with the law. His past haunted him. The arrest was a stark reminder. Celebrities are not above the law. The world waited with bated breath. What would happen to Chris Brown? Let's rewind. Go back to 2023. London was buzzing. Tape nightclub was the place to be. Chris Brown was there. He was enjoying the nightlife. Abe Diaw was also there, a music producer. He was celebrating a career milestone. Their paths crossed that night. It ended in chaos. Witnesses say an argument broke out. Tempers flared. Then the alleged assault. Brown allegedly struck Diaw with a bottle. The club was in shock. Security intervened. Diaw was injured. He pressed charges. The incident faded into memory until now. The charges against Chris Brown are serious, grievous bodily harm with intent. This means that the prosecution believes Brown intended to cause serious harm to Abe Diaw. In the UK, this charge carries a maximum sentence of life imprisonment. The severity of the charge reflects the gravity of Diaw's injuries. Details about Diaw's injuries are emerging. Sources say he suffered multiple lacerations and required stitches. The psychological impact of the alleged attack is yet to be determined. Diaw's legal team is prepared to fight for justice. The prosecution is building a case. They will present evidence of the alleged assault. Witness testimonies, CCTV footage, and medical records will be crucial. The defense will likely argue that Brown acted in self-defense or that the incident was a misunderstanding. Chris Brown appeared in Manchester Magistrates' Court. He was denied bail. The judge deemed him a flight risk. He will remain in custody until his next court appearance. This is a blow to Brown and his team. The prosecution argued that Brown is a wealthy individual with access to private jets. They feared he would flee the country to avoid trial. The defense argued that Brown is a global superstar with a vested interest in clearing his name. The judge's decision sends a message: no one is above the law. The UK legal system is known for its fairness. Brown will have the opportunity to defend himself. Chris Brown's future hangs in the balance. The charges against him are serious. If convicted, he faces a lengthy prison sentence. His career is in jeopardy. His reputation is tarnished. The coming weeks and months will be crucial. The legal process will take its course. Evidence will be presented. Witnesses will testify. A jury will decide his fate. In the meantime, the world watches. Fans are left wondering, will Chris Brown overcome these charges, or will this be the end of his career? Only time will tell. The sword of Damocles, potential penalties. Chris Brown's world is filled with uncertainty. The charges against him are serious. The UK legal system is known for its strictness. If convicted, Brown faces a bleak future. The maximum sentence for grievous bodily harm with intent is life imprisonment. The prosecution will argue for a substantial sentence. They will point to the seriousness of Diaw's injuries. They will also highlight Brown's past legal troubles. The defense will try to mitigate the potential penalties. They will argue for leniency. Several factors will influence the judge's decision. The severity of Diaw's injuries is paramount. Brown's criminal history will also play a role. Remorse or lack thereof will be considered. The judge will weigh all these factors carefully. Tour in jeopardy? The impact on Brown's schedule. The legal battle threatens to derail Chris Brown's career. His highly anticipated Breezy Bowl XX tour hangs in the balance. The tour is scheduled to start on June 8th. However, Brown's ability to perform is uncertain. His legal team is working tirelessly. They are trying to secure his release on bail. If they are successful, Brown might be able to perform. However, this is not guaranteed. The judge may impose travel restrictions. The tour organizers are in a difficult position. They are waiting for updates on Brown's legal situation. They are also facing pressure from fans. Ticket holders are demanding answers. The uncertainty is causing frustration and disappointment. A complex legal battle navigating the UK justice system. Chris Brown is facing an uphill battle. The UK justice system is different from the US system. Brown and his team must navigate these complexities. They need to understand the nuances of UK law. One key difference is the role of the jury. In the UK, juries are involved in more serious criminal cases. The jury will decide Brown's fate. His legal team will need to present a compelling case. They need to convince the jury of his innocence. The UK legal system is also known for its emphasis on due process. Brown is entitled to a fair trial. He has the right to legal representation. He can challenge the evidence against him. The process will be lengthy and complex. Divided they stand, public opinion on Brown's arrest. The news of Chris Brown's arrest triggered a wave of reactions, reflecting deep divisions in public opinion. For every voice condemning his actions, another rose in defense, highlighting the complex relationship between celebrity and accountability. Brown's supporters rallied around him, expressing belief in his innocence and flooding social media with messages of support. Conversely, many expressed outrage, viewing the arrest as part of Brown's history of violence. They pointed to his past legal troubles, including the 2009 assault case involving Rihanna. The arrest ignited debates about accountability and second chances, with some arguing for forgiveness and others for serious consequences. A star on trial media frenzy and social media outrage. The media descended upon the unfolding drama with a voracious appetite, dissecting every detail of the arrest, the charges, and Brown's past. News outlets provided round-the-clock coverage, analyzing legal implications, interviewing legal experts, and speculating about the impact on his career. Social media platforms became battlegrounds for heated discussions, with users fiercely debating Brown's guilt or innocence, the severity of the charges, and the broader implications for the music industry and society's treatment of celebrities accused of crimes. Hashtags related to the case, such as #ChrisBrownArrested and #Justice4 Abe Diaw, trended globally, reflecting the widespread interest and polarizing opinions surrounding the events. The online discourse often devolved into personal attacks, highlighting the toxic nature of online debates and the challenges of fostering constructive dialogue on sensitive issues. The media scrutiny and social media frenzy created an atmosphere of intense pressure and judgment, amplifying the already significant stakes of the legal proceedings and casting a long shadow over Brown's future. The music industry responds a spectrum of reactions. The music industry grappled with the implications of Brown's arrest. Some artists and professionals remained silent, while others spoke out, ranging from cautious concern to outright condemnation. Several artists distanced themselves, expressing disappointment or choosing silence to avoid alienating fans. A few publicly condemned Brown, stressing accountability regardless of status. The arrest sparked conversations about the industry's role in perpetuating a culture of silence around abuse and violence. The fallout highlighted the music industry's complex relationship with accountability and its responsibility to address abuse and violence. A shadow from the past. The 2009 assault case. This isn't Chris Brown's first time in the legal spotlight. In 2009, his career almost ended. He was arrested for assaulting his then-girlfriend, Rihanna. The incident, occurring on the eve of the Grammy Awards, sent shockwaves through the music industry and beyond. Photos of Rihanna's bruised and battered face were plastered across newspapers and websites globally, starkly illustrating the brutality of the assault. The public outcry was immediate and immense, with many calling for Brown to be held accountable for his actions. Brown pleaded guilty to felony assault and received 5 years of probation and 6 months of community service. He also underwent domestic violence counseling and was issued a restraining order that limited his contact with Rihanna. The incident left an indelible mark on his career and public image. A pattern of conflict, other legal troubles and controversies. The 2009 assault case wasn't an isolated incident. Chris Brown has been involved in various legal troubles and controversies throughout his career, often characterized by accusations of violence, anger issues, and a disregard for the law. In 2013, he was arrested for violating his probation after allegedly leaving the scene of a hit-and-run accident. Later that year, he was arrested again for misdemeanor assault following an altercation outside a hotel in Washington, D.C. These incidents further tarnished his reputation and raised questions about his ability to stay out of trouble. Beyond the courtroom, Brown has been embroiled in public feuds with fellow celebrities, often using social media as a platform for heated exchanges and insults. These controversies, fueled by his volatile personality and impulsive behavior, have contributed to a perception of Brown as a troubled and unpredictable figure. A career marred the enduring impact of past mistakes. Despite attempts to move past his troubled history, Chris Brown's career has been perpetually overshadowed by his past mistakes. The 2009 assault case in particular continues to haunt him, shaping public perception and influencing opportunities available to him. While he has maintained a loyal fan base and achieved commercial success, Brown has faced significant backlash and criticism throughout his career. He has been dropped from endorsement deals, seen his music boycotted by some radio stations, and encountered protests at his concerts. The enduring impact of his past mistakes highlights the challenges of redemption in the public eye. It underscores the lasting consequences of violence and the complexities of separating an artist's work from their personal life. Chris Brown's arrest sent shockwaves through the business world. Brands associated with him faced a dilemma. His image was tarnished. Would they stand by him or cut ties? For many, the decision was swift. Endorsement deals were quickly suspended. Companies didn't want to be associated with a potential convict. The financial implications for Brown were significant. The message was clear: bad publicity has consequences. Brands are wary of associating with controversy. They prioritize their reputation. Chris Brown's arrest served as a stark reminder. Section 2, collaboration, concerns navigating a toxic legacy. The music industry also felt the impact. Collaborators became cautious. Working with Chris Brown was now a risk. His legal troubles could overshadow their projects. Some artists voiced their concerns publicly. Others distanced themselves quietly. The once prolific collaborator faced a shrinking circle. His toxic legacy preceded him. The situation highlighted a difficult truth. Talent alone is not enough. Character matters. The music industry is built on collaborations. Trust is paramount. Chris Brown's arrest eroded that trust. Section 3, the ripple effect, a cautionary tale for the industry. Chris Brown's arrest sent a ripple effect through the entertainment industry. It served as a cautionary tale. Artists are reminded of their influence. Their actions have consequences. The incident sparked conversations about accountability. How should the industry address artists accused of misconduct? Should there be a zero-tolerance policy? These questions remain unanswered. One thing is certain, the industry is changing. Social responsibility is no longer optional. Artists are held to higher standards. Chris Brown's arrest is a stark reminder of this new reality. Section 1. A career on the precipice. Chris Brown's career hangs in the balance. The UK arrest cast a long shadow over his future. The charges are serious. The legal battle will be lengthy. His reputation is tarnished. The music industry is watching closely. The outcome of the trial will determine his fate. A guilty verdict could mean prison time. It would effectively end his career. An acquittal would offer a chance at redemption. However, the road to recovery would be long and arduous. The music industry is fickle. Fans are quick to judge. Sponsors are risk-averse. Chris Brown's future is uncertain. His talent is undeniable, but his past continues to haunt him. Section 2. The unfolding narrative. Chris Brown's story is still being written. He is a complex figure, a talented artist with a troubled past. His actions have consequences. His future is uncertain. The UK arrest is a pivotal chapter. It remains to be seen how this chapter will end. Will he overcome these charges? Will he rebuild his career? Will he finally find redemption? The world is watching, waiting for the next development. Chris Brown's story is a reminder that fame and fortune are fleeting, accountability and redemption are elusive. The future is unwritten.